This is the Ballad of Apollina Aeolid, a woman who chose the light and discovered that having everything is not the same as having the one thing. A man made entirely of wind who became without it. A ship on dead water, staring at a flat sea with no idea what to do with his hands. A love that was real, and you should not let anyone diminish it with how it ended. What burns that brightly is real by definition. What costs that much is real by definition. The ending does not revise what it was. They defied the far shooter, not from stupidity, not purely from arrogance, from the conviction that love is a sufficient answer to whatever question the gods are asking, that what they had was large enough and true enough to stand against the design of fate. It is the conviction that every generation arrives at fresh, without being told it by the previous ones, and every generation discovers the same way from inside the burning. The gods do not forgive this kind of defiance, but they do not forget it either. And there is something in being the love that made a god patient enough to build his punishment from eternity, rather than reaching for the quick and easy end. They were worth the patience. That is its own terrible kind of honor. They burned brightly. They paid for it in repetition. The fire is low now. Feed it if you like, or let it go out. Either way, go carefully on your way home. And if you find somewhere in this life, or any other, that someone has moved into the chambers of your heart without being asked, quietly, as though they have always lived there and were simply waiting for you to notice, think carefully before you write the letter, or do not think. That is equally possible. That is, if the ballad has taught you anything, perhaps the more honest path. The loom will weave what it weaves, regardless